Good evening. Today is April 23rd. I'd like to call the meeting to order, and I would like to for the open prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance.
Lord, we are here tonight to conduct matters of business. Guide our hearts and our minds in the spirit of fairness, right thought, and speech. Impart your supreme wisdom upon our activities so that our affairs may reach a successful conclusion. Thank you for being the source of our guidance tonight. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Lorraine.
Present.
Shoemaker's absent. Mathis.
Here.
Kruger's present. Kessler.
Here.
Gopel.
Here.
Tucker. Present. You have 6 members present.
All right. To the members of the audience, this program is televised. It's on channel 191 of your Charter Communications. There's 3 cameras here in this room. You can come up and talk, speak in the podium, give your name. You do not have to give your address. So feel free to come up, and when it says public comment, and ask the board anything. Agenda. Are there any requests to amend tonight's agenda?
I have a request that we remove the fire department business on new business off the agenda for tonight.
In both Tyrone Township.
Tyrone Township and the training tower project.
Okay. Are there any others? All right. And then you turn that into a motion, Mark?
Yes, I move we approve the agenda as amended.
Okay. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Any further discussion? All in favor say, excuse me, Mike. Aye. Oppose. Motion carries. Minutes in the meetings. Are there any requested minutes in the meetings that need to be corrected? Mr. Tucker?
Good.
Okay. The meeting stand approved as presented. Expenditures. Are there any questions regarding any of the expenditures that are in front of you? A motion is in order to approve the expenditures totaling $401,556.98 for payment.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Support.
Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
I vote yes. Mathis.
Yes.
Kessler.
Yes.
Shoemaker's absent. Gopel.
Yes.
Tucker.
Yes.
Lorraine.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Public hearings, none. Reports. Code enforcement officer, this is his first quarterly report. And there has been some tickets issued in the township. I will not give the names, but they're going up in front of the judge the first or second week in May in regards to blight and zoning. And they're two separate ones that are going into the courts. The ordinance division, some of the reports that he goes on in the month of the first quarter was blight, dog control, junk cars, sewer and storm water. Normally DPW comes in and it is just due to rain and different things like that. It's not that they were having sewer problems. The next one is zoning. Complaints in January, February, March, he had 23. Site inspections, 126. Reports 2. Letters sent out 4. Sign removal, he's starting to remove the signs that are around the township, 23, and he did give 2 tickets. We try not to give tickets if at all possible. We give them warnings and everything like that. But if they do not go along with us, then yes, we definitely take them to court. We ticket them and they do go to court. All right. I got this thing in my throat, and I'm sorry that I'm not talking real well.
Should put a cough drop in each cheek.
I do, right here.
One in the middle.
All right. Just
I
saying.
do, Mark, that's why.
Okay. I was looking out
Does
for
it work? It works, doesn't it, Mark?
It did work, it did. So, some of the complaints that I can honestly tell you about, our neighborhood feuding. One neighbor gets mad at the other neighbor, then the other neighbor calls and turns them in, and we're getting, now that the snow's gone and the grass is not green yet and everything looks bad, we're getting a lot of them. They can come in, sign a complaint, and then our code enforcement officer will deal with it. You do have to sign a complaint, and that stops a lot of people from coming in and turning the neighbors in. The reason why is that they've told me that you have to have material when you go in front of that judge. You can't just say this junk car or whatever. You really have to have pictures and documents and that too if you're going to issue tickets. Our new code enforcement officer, if you remember, is Deputy Pat Shaw. Excuse me, and he knows quite a few of the people in the township, and they're surprised to see him because he was a deputy, I think, for about 13 years out here, and now he's the code enforcement officer. All right, are there any committee reports to be made to the board? Communications, none. Adoption of ordinances, none. Unfinished business, none. The next is Genesee County Road Commission request for a letter of support. This is a proposed Hogan Road Bridge replacement project. This is not going to be completed until 2021. Have all you board members gone to that Hogan Road Bridge? It is disaster, just disaster. But the Road Commission is going to be paying a certain amount of money in the township. And the support that we would give the Road Commission is $192,150, and that would be due to them on 2021 towards the replacement of Hogan Road Bridge over the Shiawassee River. I'd like to have a motion of that. Do I have a motion for that?
Can we have discussion first?
Yes. Any board discussion?
Thank you. From the financing side of things, can we accumulate money for that purpose between now and then?
What I
Yeah.
would propose, and actually I've built it into tonight's budget amendment, is that we reserve $50,000 out of the budget each of the next 3 years. Then in 2021, if the numbers hold true, we need another $42,150 to make up the total. That's a way to kind of soften the blow since it's 3 years out. 3 years out.
It'll essentially come out of our road improvement money.
It would be a road item, but we can actually officially reserve $50,000 at the end of the year as reserve fund balance. Kind of like we have the restricted fund balance. This would be reserved for a specific purpose and not included in our unrestricted.
I was concerned we wouldn't be able to do that, but if we can do that, because that's a big nut otherwise.
Yeah, it would be a lot to absorb in 1 year, absolutely.
Yeah, we would never be able to. And the Road Commission will contribute that amount of money also.
But for $192,000 to leverage $1.6 million improvement on something that is really, really needed, I think it's
It's a lot
not a
of money
bad
for a
deal.
bridge, but I guess that should.
Yeah, that bridge is gone. That
Well,
bridge
I mean, if
is-
it's gone, we're still waiting 4 years to repair it, so.
Yeah, I mean,
You know.
How's that work, right?
Yeah, well, kinda.
It's got a steel plate on it and it's one open over one lane, I think. So it's,
How much does another steel plate cost?
yeah.
Okay.
All right. Any other board discussion in regards to it? None. All right, I will need a motion then in supporting of the $192,150,000 in the year of 2021 towards the replacement of Hogan Road Bridge or the Shiawassee River.
So moved.
So, any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Mathis,
Yes.
Kessler,
Yes.
I vote yes. Gopel,
Yes.
Yes.
Lorraine,
Yes.
Shoemaker's absent, motion passes.
Okay. Resolution number 2018-08. This is a notice of intent to issue capital improvement bonds. As discussed in the workshop meeting, the board is considering issuing a $1.3 million in capital improvement bonds to fund the second phase of the sewer pump station upgrade project. Any board discussion?
Well, I think we talked about it, but nobody that might be watching this or in the audience
Tom, do you
knows what we're talking about. So last year, we undertook 1.7 in round numbers of improvements to the lift stations, or the ones that were in worse shape. And we've had some limited experience with cash flow savings from that, and it looks like the repairs more than pay for the cost of the bond to do the fixes, to the tune of about $100,000 of savings. We don't have a full year yet, so we've got to be careful about how we project it, but the numbers that we're looking at looks like we will save a considerable amount of money by doing the repairs over the cost of the bonds. So what we're now doing is extending that to the next step, and we're doing another, what we have, 7 full lift stations?
7, yes.
And then some partials, and then some electrical box upgrades. Just depends on the need of the particular lift stations. But the idea is we're going to spend another 1.3, again with the A, because it needs to be spent, but B, with the notion that between the two of them, the costs will be offset by the savings. And we're fairly confident that now that we've got some experience with that we can take that next step, and it's not going to hurt cash flow. And in fact, over the long term, will help cash flow. So that's what we're up to. Ms. Hannah.
And from the ones that we have repaired or replaced, we used to have quite a few emergency calls, all hours of the day and night. And we are not having the emergency calls, and they're very, very costly. All right, any other board discussion?
No.
Clerk Krug, would you present the resolution, please?
Yes, thank you. This is the capital improvement bond issue resolution 2018-08. It authorizes the clerk to publish the notice of intent and requires that the notice be published as a 1 to 4 page display ad. Declares the township expects to reimburse itself from costs with debt proceeds. Declares that the maximum principal amount of debt is $1.5 million. Authorizes and directs the supervisor, clerk, and treasurer to take the necessary steps to carry out the proposed of the purposes. Jeez, easy for me to say, sorry. Resolution confirms Miller Canfield as bond counsel, confirms H.J. Umba and Associates as municipal advisors, repeals any and all conflicting resolutions. I will move the resolution.
Support.
Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Gopel.
Yes.
Tucker.
Yes.
Lorraine.
Yes.
Mathis.
Yes.
I vote yes. Shoemaker is absent. Kessler.
Yes.
Resolution passes.
All right, this is the next one. It's the proposed amendments to the 2018 Fenton Township budget. Operation Manager Tom Broker, would you review this, please?
Yes, we are proposing some amendments to the fire fund and general fund budgets. No other fund amendments are proposed at this time. In the general fund, there are just a handful of proposed changes. We've adjusted the video franchise and PEG fees based on last year's numbers. We've adjusted revenue sharing based on current projections from the state treasury. Up the property held for resale based on anticipated sales. The net effect of everything is still a balanced budget with also throwing $50,000 into a reserve fund balance status toward the Hogan Road Bridge project. The fire fund, think we only made a couple of minor changes. The two sales that were approved last week for the two vehicles sold in municipal bid were added to the proceeds from sale on assets, along with the 65 we're getting for the two old rescue squad trucks. And also we're budgeting the amount of the training tower in, even though that decision we made later. I think the question seems to be where, not if. So if you're comfortable, we can go ahead and still amend the budget for that amount. And we're showing, we're using some of the fund balance in the fire fund, but we should be, I think we'll probably be well over 300,000 still at the end of the year.
Is there any board discussion in regards to the budget?
What do you see in Tom in the fire fund? Looks like this adjustment's just a negative 32,000. We're at a fund balance of roughly 500. Why are you thinking 4? Is there some other negative cash flow items?
In fire?
Yeah.
No, well, the proposed amendment shows a total for the year of a minus 209.
Oh, I'm looking at what?
What are
In
you
the
looking
proposed
So you're
amendment
looking at something
column.
wrong.
The 32 next to it on the right. What's-
That's the net change from the current budget. The budget we adopted was already a deficit budget of 177 because we were
Oh.
finishing off paying for the trucks this year.
Oh, all right, I'm with you.
So what we're proposing
got you.
is
All right.
increasing that deficit by 32,000.
I'm trainable, I got it.
Yeah, so, and usually, and a lot of the line items, we never come close to hitting the budget. They're kind of a just-in-case number. So it wouldn't surprise me if we're close to 400 by the end of the year. But for budget purposes, we're at 289.
Got it.
Any other board discussion? I need a motion to adopt amendments to the 2018 Fenton Township budget as presented.
So moved. Support.
Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Kessler.
Yes.
I vote yes. Shoemaker is absent. Lorraine.
Yes.
Mathis.
Yes.
Tucker.
Yes.
Gopel.
Yes.
Motion passes.
The next item is proposed extension of real estate broker services agreement, Ed Constable. You have the letter in your packet in regards to Ed, and Ed is coming up right now to talk to the board.
So I believe the letter just says that I'm just looking for a 6-month extension from the initial 6-month extension that we had. I believe the initial posting for the position was a 1-year thing, but due to competition and stuff like that, we cut it down to 6. We currently have we have 3 parcels left: Linden Road, Dalhar, and Autobahn. The Autobahn one definitely comes with its challenges due to having the neighborhood detention pond on it. And then we also have the Fenton Orchards lots, which I believe Mr. Tucker may have the title issue with those resolved here shortly.
Yes. Any questions?
Ed, how many have you sold for us?
More than 5, I think.
How many in Fenton Orchards did you sell?
Well, we have proposed offer accepted on 8, but that it kind of got stopped from a letter that came in from the association.
Okay, yes, I know that. All right, and then did you sell the one on Thompson Road, the little pole barn?
No,
No, that wasn't
No.
your company?
no.
I
think it sold for-
It wasn't our property.
Between 180 and 200, something like that.
Oh, I think you got it for 145.
Oh, okay. I just went by asking price.
Yeah, yeah. Seems like you've sold more than that for us. You've done a good job.
Yeah, and I brought a lot of offers in on that Thompson Road deal, which you guys are currently holding on to. So there's, I presented some offers on that too, so.
I think we have decided, the board has decided, we're just not in agreement with selling that. We're going to
Yeah,
hold on
that's
to
fine.
that. Okay. Are there any other questions for Ed from the board? No?
You got my new form.
Yep, I got it.
All right. I will say no more.
Yep, I got it.
All right, then. I need a motion to approve an extension for the real estate broker services with Ed Constable to October the 30th, 2018.
So moved.
Support.
Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Tucker,
Yes.
Lorraine,
Yes.
Gopel,
Yes.
Kessler,
Yes.
Shoemaker's absent, Mathis,
Yes.
and I vote yes, motion passes.
And thank you, Ed.
All right.
You haven't retired on the commissions from this yet?
Hmm?
You haven't retired on the commissions from this yet?
Not yet.
Yeah. No.
Might have made an impact if we sold Thompson Road, but
You're too young to retire, Ed.
Board comment. Are there any comments from the members of the board?
Ms. Mathis, would you like to just sign this now?
Sure. Is it blue? Oh, I had one here. Right here.
Yep.
And today is,
23rd.
35 cents.
okay,
Thank you, guys.
thank you. Thanks for
Good night.
doing a good
You
job.
too.
Thank you.
Have a good night, Ed. Thank you.
Is there any other board comments at all? All right, is there any comments from the audience? Randy? Nothing? Your son?
Where's
No.
Hallcross? He's back in town.
Is he doing this as a school project?
Yes.
Do you want to ask us some questions?
Get up there and we'll ask you some questions.
So are you in,
Run out the door, you know.
are you in Lake Fenton? What grade?
11.
The ninth?
11.
Oh, 11th. Oh, all right, you're in government then. This is your government. You know what? I can give you all my paperwork and you can make a report of it from my paper. I highlight everything, but you'd be able to figure it out. All right, if there's no other comment, I will say good evening. The meeting is adjourned.
Bonnie, I think you just took Crude's record away.
Yeah.